2004, and we changed ruling government in Stockholm from right to left wing 3-4 times since then. Nothing happened.
Why do you call it a royal seaport?
This was the king's hunting ground many hundred years ago. So
So
we are actually royal, more or less. So you know the City National Park here? We have a City National Park going here, around, and also over here, what the people normally call Djurgården.
yes.
Yeah, that was the king's hunting ground many hundred years ago. The whole Djurgården all the way up to Haga. So-
Do you remember what king was it?
Many kings, I guess. We have had a lot of kings. As well.
Okay.
I don't know all of them.
Okay.
But it was in 1980s. The city of Stockholm exchanged some land with the king's government to start to build the gas factory site. We also have some of the harbors here. This is still an industrial area, still running every day. So, and then we have the power plant here, also, which is for district heating. So, and so we get some land here, and the king's government got some other places from us. So we did a really change that. So that's why we are loyal. Yeah. The king has been here also, of course. You like it.
It's going to be a seaport.
It is a seaport.
This is a
It is a seaport, yeah.
And the ships are close by? Or?
The ships are going in and out every day on timetable. Have you seen them in the central part of Stockholm? The ferries? Yeah. We have the
Later,
same-
we will go out to have a look in the real.
Yeah.
Here, just the city planning, and then we talk about the planning.
Just to
And
know
then
a
we
little
go
bit
out.
about,
Yeah.
you know, if they're coming over here.
I will
Yes,
show you- I will
that's
show
the
you some
boat
pictures
area.
after. This is one of the harbors. This is for ferries going to Finland, Baltic state. They go on timetable every day.
Celia Line.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a lot of ferries goes, about 10 every day goes in and out from Stockholm. And then we have cruising ships, 350, a little bit more, every year coming in. Those ones that go to Caribbean in winter, they go in Baltic Sea in summer. And then we host them here mainly. We have 2 major ports. We still have a container port running here, running every day. We have an oil port running every day. So it's still industrial land running. So that's also a bit tricky when we rebuild it. So we have to take everything quite slowly.
So offices and the other part are containers? Or how you distribute the whole part?
The contract with the container port, oil port runs out 2020. So they will be taken away. And container port will go to Nynäshamn, south of Stockholm, another municipality. The oil port will not be replaced at all. We are going to be fossil fuel free 2040 in Stockholm. So we will get rid of all oil, coal, natural gas. So then we don't rebuild the oil port, of course. It would be quite stupid. So that's a long-term planning here, and everything that we do is actually aiming to fulfill that goal. So whatever we do today is looking for 2040, 2050. So we always have long-term thinking in Stockholm. Can't just think about the next month report. Won't work.
And the cruises and the ships that are coming with people, they are going to wait until you finish, or they continue the
No,
travel?
every day. It's running every day.
Every day
Everything is
is
running every day.
continuing.
Yes. It's just that we have to wait for something to happen. Of course, we don't know what's in the soil when we start. That's interesting. So if we are lucky, we don't find any poison materials, toxic materials that we have to treat. But we treat all the land. We don't leave anything toxic anywhere. Take every toxic material away. We don't know how it's built actually, because it's built maybe 100 years ago, no documentation. So it's a little bit exciting. So when we dig, we don't know really what's happening. But we work. Everything is running, as I said, every day. Power plant also running every day. So now they use biomass. in this new burner. The old burners that use whatever, they will be taken away 2021 or 2022. They will be out of the city then.
Is
How about these two gas containers?
Yeah.
They will go.
No, we keep all big buildings. We refurbished all of them.
Okay.
So what we have done now is this part, first part here, has been cleaned. All toxic materials has been taken away. We start to rebuild this area.
No.
So this one, which not looks like this, it's just a skeleton, will be a sculpture park. So this one will be a hotel, and this will be a big arena for music, theater, dance. We have a railway museum here, climbing hall, and some other things coming up. New school will be open next year. Sport facilities up here. So it's starting to open next year, and then slowly every year something will happen. They are protected. Yeah. A little bit tricky to reuse, but
The biomass is like fortune? This biomass
yes,
factory?
that's a photo.
Fortune.
And it's burned by wood chips.
Okay. And the energy goes to? The energy goes
District heating.
The whole is heated?
Yeah. So it's a part of the district heating network.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know how many municipalities is connected, but it's about 140 kilometers from one end to the other. So it's a lot of municipalities in the same system. And that's quite common in Sweden. We have it, all municipalities has district heating. Yeah.
Okay.
And in Stockholm, I guess that about 90% of all houses are heated by district heating. And that's the common way of heating things. And it's also good for the environment because in the 1970s, 80s, we had a lot of small oil burners everywhere. They use oil for heating. Now we're taking all the oil burners away. So it's much better air quality.
Yes.
Yeah. We don't have the problem as you have in China today with really bad air quality. So we are a little bit better there. But I guess you will also cope with it.
Yes, we are improving our
Yeah.
air quality. It's getting better.
Yeah, I think they.
Particularly in Beijing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to say every Chinese group that what you have to do is what you are trying to do slowly in Stockholm. Stockholm has been built for cars for 70 years, a lot of car traffic. Now we're building it back for bicycles. So if you do the same, you will have perfect air quality in Beijing. So if people leave the car and take the bike again, then you're better out.
Yeah, 30 years ago in Beijing is only bicycles.
I know.
It's very few cars, but now it's
Yeah.
5 million
Yeah.
vehicles on the
I
road.
was in Beijing about 15 years ago, and I thought the air quality was not that bad actually. Not really bad. There's still a lot of bicycles. Today, not many bicycles, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
But still, it's getting used to return to the bicycle, to the green
Yeah.
transportation, and also the people used to changing from cars to the shared bikes
Yeah.
in cities.
so I think it's more or less the same question in every city in the world. We have too many cars driving around actually, polluting everything, bad air quality, a lot of traffic jam.
And also we need electric cars, electric
Yes.
buses, yeah.
Mm.
And also the public transportation. We should not buy so many private cars.
No. I think it's same everywhere.
Yeah.
In Stockholm we have a quite strong hierarchy for traffic planning, and we start with walking. Yes. So walking is number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in Beijing it's impossible. Working too big.
Yeah. Of course it's it's a little bit tricky, but quite many people walk, especially if you live in the central part and work in the central part, you can walk. And then we have bicycles coming more and more. but we have to rebuild the streets in the central part. You know, it's totally messy in the central part for bicyclists. Here it's nice. We have nice lanes, bicycle lanes, can go fast. And then we have the public transport, of course. And it also starting to get a little bit more crowded, so we have to build even more public transport. And as you have seen, all the city buses or public transport buses, they run on something that's not fossil. It's biogas is the most common, biodiesel, quite many of them, and ethanol. So we don't use any diesel or gasoline anymore in the public transport sector. So that's also one way to get rid of the fossil fuel to 2040. So we're taking it step by step. And then we have the shared cars situation, of course. So if people share cars, it's much better. So, and then down below, the private car is coming. So, and here we reduce the possibility to own a car actually. So all developers that build, they are just allowed to build 0.5 parking places for every flat. So there's one way of steering that the people will not have that many cars. So it's not even possible. So it's a little bit how we think about how we can use actually the streets much more efficient in the future. And I think it will happen.
So how big is the total area of
The total area is 236 hectares. And from this end to over there, it's almost 4 kilometers. So it's the same distance as from where we are to the central station. So it's quite big area. And you have on the other side what we call Djurgården, you know, Kaknästornet. Yeah, it's about somewhere here, I guess it's landing. And then you have the Djurgården with all the Gröna Lund and all those things. So it's quite big. We will build until 2030, we guess.
When you started this project?
It started formally 2004 with planning. We are quite slowly running in Sweden, you know, so it's not go that fast. It takes some years. So first we have to talk a lot and plan a lot, and then 2008 they start with the construction. Yeah.
2008.
2008. Yeah. And first people moved in 2013.
The budget is?
What?
The budget? How much is going to cost the whole?
The budget, we can divide the budget in two pieces. One is the City of Stockholm budget. That's the only one I know. So it's about 22 billion Swedish crowns. You know, something like 2.2 billion euros. Yeah. And that's for building all infrastructure. We clean all the land. We take that cost. We build schools, parks, harbors, such things. And then when we have made the plan, we sell some land and lease out some land. We have two different business models. So if a developer wants to build a building and rent out apartments, they can lease the land from the city. That's much cheaper. If they want to build a building and sell apartments, they have to buy the land. With two different business models depending on.
To buy the land or not to buy buildings. For instance, you cannot buy any buildings of this, but only land.
We are, yeah.
Or no buildings.
No.
Okay.
There is no buildings actually. You see, all the brown one is what we're going to build. Here it was just a part of storage. We have some old small enterprises that has to go away. Otherwise, no one is living here today, except for what we have built. So we don't have to move any people or such things. So it's only old industrial. What will be taken away is partly in this area where we have some old warehouses built in steel, low quality buildings. They will be taken down, of course. But otherwise we keep everything that's with good quality. So what we do as a city, we do all the planning. We have the planning monopoly in Sweden, which is a little bit unique, I guess. So every municipality can decide how all the land will be used. And it doesn't matter if we own the land or not. We still own the planning process. So we have quite strong force to do what we want to do. And here we use it quite heavily.
So you don't own the land, you can still plan for that.
We not only can, we have to plan because we own the planning process. And that's by the law. So the law says every municipality must have a general plan for the whole municipality. And we have to divide the general plan into smaller plans. Yeah. And that's by the law. So it's not only that we can do it, we have to do it. That's a legal requirement actually for the municipality. And it doesn't matter if we own the land. No. So we can actually say this land will be used for offices or schools or whatever we want. Which is quite nice, I think. So it's much more easy to make a district like this if we own the total planning process. I know in many countries there is a lot of private ownership, which make it quite hard to make a general plan over an area because they mainly want to earn money. Yeah, that's what they are looking for. And they don't have an idea what's happening in the next block or 500 meters away or something, which makes it quite hard to build something really efficient. So I like our model when we can decide how everything will be used.
So the building the flags means there is a already complete construction, or what does it mean? The building with the flag.
What has been built is from here, those blocks, over here, people have already moved in.
Okay.
This one is the one under construction over here. It will, I think they will start to move in later this year. Yeah, and next year people have moved in also here. So we are building just small stages at once.
What does it mean? Is a developer or is
Yeah.
the developer?
It's different developers, yeah.
Okay.
We have almost a little bit more than 50 today.
Okay, 50 developers.
So we have another idea on how to use this land. This is the second major district with high sustainability focus in Stockholm. The first was Hammarby Sjöstad. You know it? If you live in Stockholm, you know Hammarby Sjöstad.
哈马币是第一个 version， 哈马币生态城，
Yeah.
然后这个是哈马币2.0。
So Hammarby was the first major project with the sustainability focus. This is the second. And it's also used as an R&D area. So universities, companies, cities can actually use this as an arena for pilot studies and major studies.
But compared to the Hammarby Sjöstad, what's the difference between this?
It's better.
No, we heard
Yeah.
from Mr. Alan Larsson that they
Yeah.
are also planning the Hammarby Sjöstad 2.0. It's,
Yeah.
to upgrade, more digitalization
Yeah.
and more house and also more efficient. So it means that
I think
technology, the concept should be the same, or
No. it's actually changed a lot. So if we take Hammarby Sjöstad, that was the first major district in Sweden, maybe globally of that size. And the idea was to make everything twice as good as normal. It did not really work actually, because the city don't know how to achieve it. The developers didn't know it, technical solutions wasn't in place. The idea was fine, and it was really successful because we started with a blank sheet. We didn't have anyone to ask. And when Hammarby was done, also owned by the city, which is important, so we took all the nice experiences and brought them here. And then we add some more features. And one example is energy consumption in the buildings. In Hammarby, they have a goal to use half as much as a normal building. They didn't achieve it. They wasn't even close. Here we said that we will also go down to half, but we have to have the tools to go down to half. And what we more or less forced